Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. In today's video we have a beautiful everyday watch, maybe more like a dress watch. This is the Maurice Lacroix AIKON 39mm color gray. This watch came out in 2021. But this series, it dates back to 2016. They come in a bunch of different colors and also in different strap options. There is rubber, metal and leather. This is the metal version, color gray. And the gray, it is called sun brushed. We can see that the dial features this technique called clou de Paris, and it just has this beautiful texture on the dial, which I think looks a bit like pyramids. At 6 o'clock position it reads Swiss made. 3 o'clock we have a date wheel. 12 it reads Maurice Lacroix. It has the beautiful logo. Here on the left we have an older version of a dress watch by Maurice Lacroix, and here we can see that same logo, so that dates back from quite some time ago. Super thin, very classy. And I just wanted to show you the logo, which is the same, but I think also good to mention what I noticed. Here on the left, my personal dress watch, I think it's yellow gold color. And here on the right, I think we're dealing with rose gold. I couldn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure this is rose gold. I just noticed this gold color is just different from the yellow gold that we can see here. So maybe also good to point out. So let's continue. This shape of the watch, it reminds me a little bit of the AP Royal Oak. The watch comes on this beautiful metal bracelet, and the bracelet, it has this beautiful design, as you can see here. Beautiful links that are quite small, so that must be very comfortable. And it has a butterfly clasp, and we can see that even the parts of this clasp are well decorated. So that's definitely a lot of eye for detail. Beautiful metal bracelet. And if we have a look at the back, we first need to go to the side. And here we see quite a substantial crown, again with the logo. And we're dealing here with a screw down crown, and hence I think 200 meters water resist. And the 200 meters, I think that is excellent, because that way you don't need to be that careful with this watch. You can just throw it on your wrist and even take it in the swimming pool or the ocean. So we unscrew the crown, and let's see what happens when we pull it out. We can see that the second stopped working. So the watch features hacking. And when we push it back in, we can see the second hand moving again. Beautiful. In the neutral position, the watch also allows for hand winding, and this has a very nice sound. And I hope you heard it, the sound of the hand winding. The movement also allows for quickly changing the date wheel. So from the neutral position, we pop it once more for the date. So this is the second position of the crown, and now I can adjust the time. Again, we notice the seconds they stop, they hack. And let's here go to the 10 o'clock, 11, yeah, so that is 12, midday, 9 p.m, 10, 11, 11:30, And here we can already see that the date wheel is preparing for the date change. Here this is 11:45, 11:56, and here we had a date change at about 2 minutes before 12. Let's bring it back to the 6 o'clock. Push it back in and go to the first position for the date. If I move upwards, then we advance in date. So very nice, this movement allows for quickly adjusting the date. Let's pull it back. So that's 6 in the morning, and that is about 2 p.m. Let's push it back in and screw back the crown. Again, very substantial crown. Now let's proceed with the back of the watch. And we can notice a beautiful exhibition case back. It reads sapphire crystal. So we're dealing with sapphire on the front. And I presume we also have sapphire on the back. Stainless steel, Swiss made. And here we can have a look at the movement. And it reads ML 115-26 jewels, Swiss made. And this movement is based on the Sellita SW200-1, and it has a power reserve of about 38 hours, and it operates on a frequency of 28,800 beats per hour. The movement has a Inca block, so great for shock protection, and as noted earlier, it allows for hand winding and hacking. Let's throw it on the wrist. So my wristband is 6.3 inches across. And let's see what it looks like on this beautiful metal bracelet. And as you can see, that has some very nice proportions. It does has some weight and some size to it. But definitely it's not as huge as some of my dive watches. And here we can have a closer look at the dial. We have beautiful applied hour markers. We have a minute track all around, and we have sword hands. In this configuration, the watch weighs 149 grams, and currently this watch is sized to a 6.9 inches wrist. So if you have smaller wrists and you remove some of these links, that weight obviously goes down a little bit. So I'm very curious, the dimensions, they should be 39 across, but I'm very curious about the thickness. So from the exhibition case back, from the crystal here in the back, to the top of the sapphire crystal here, I wonder what the thickness is. I measure about 10.5 millimeters. If I measure the highest point, I get about 11 millimeters. So that means if I also measure that top part of the bezel, then it's about 11 millimeters. Here we can see that the top part of the metal bracelet is about 23 millimeters. And here at the lowest point of the bracelet, it measures about 19 millimeters. So it tapers down quite nicely to the butterfly clasp around 19 millimeters. So the lug to lug distance, what I usually measure, is a bit tough to measure because of this beautiful shape. But let's give it a try. Yeah, lug to lug, I get about 45 millimeters. And then finally, if we look at the case again, we can see a combination of brushed and polished parts. So here, for example, this part of the bezel, I see a beautiful polished part. And then here we have some brushed parts. I think a high degree of finishing on this watch. Definitely this is not a cheap watch, but if you're looking to spend just a little bit more than your typical entry-level watch, you get so much value in this watch. So thank you for watching. Have a great day and see you soon.